I would like to let everybody know that we also have the Rotary Doing Business feature on our District 5000 website. And if those of you that are here, if you do not have your business listed on that, I encourage you to do so. You could email me the information, and all of you should have my email contact information by email. And if not, I'll try to put it on the chat. I'm a little challenged tonight because I don't have my regular computer. As you can see, I'm on Bob's iPad, and I just made it to my late 60s this past week, and which means that I'm not very good at technology. So I'll try to do the best that I can. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. But if I'm looking in the room here and I do not see our first presenter, which was Sam Hott. Is Sam here? I don't see her. And then, okay, so she's not here. And next I had on the list is, well, Lori, I know she already sent me an email and she can't make it. So next is Sunny Rasse. Is Sunny here? No? Wow, okay. How about Bill Hamilton? Okay, we're striking out. So how about Evan Tom? Evan. All right. How about Dr. Robert?
Wow.
Okay. Well, I do see Gerald. So Gerald, you are first. You are first, so go for it, Gerald.
Thank you so much, Bob. I couldn't let you down. I know the last time I was on this, I was the first, and I was figured, I'm in the middle of the pack this time, so I was gonna like come on late, but I'm glad I'm on time here. So I have one sheet PowerPoint that I'd like to share with everybody. Let's see if I remember how to do this now. Let's see. Exit full screen. I want to show this. Do I have control over the screen here?
Okay, I think Naomi, can you? Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to share, Gerald.
Okay, let me make sure I got the right button here. Okay, share screen. There we go. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And it's here. Okay, very good. And let's view this and in full screen. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to lose touch with you all, but we have a unique opportunity here. You know, this year is the 100th anniversary of the Hilo Rotary Club being in service there on the Big Island, 100th year. So I work for the Star Advertiser. We have an opportunity. We're partnering with Naomi and Janet and putting together a Rotary insert that's going to appear in our Sunday newspaper. It's going to show up on the May 9th Sunday Star Advertiser newspaper. And the content of it will be to, number one, you know, honor and commemorate the 100 years of the Rotary Club of Hilo being in existence. I mean, that's huge to be a century club. Also to talk a little bit about the conference, which will be this year. I understand it's going to be virtual. And then thirdly, we're going to give each club a section or a page to kind of highlight their service work in the community that they're in. So it's going to be a very hot insert. And we want to make it full and we want to make it big. So we have an opportunity for Rotary members that have businesses or that know people that have businesses that might want to participate in the insert. We are selling various size pages from an 1/8 page all the way to the back page. I believe the back page is still available. It's going to go statewide. It'll be in all our newspapers on Kauai, on Hawaii Island, obviously on Oahu. And then on Maui, we don't own the newspaper, but we will insert it in the Maui News. The estimated circ is, let me make sure, it's about 170,000. So it'll be 126 in the Star Advertiser. The Hawaii Tribune Herald, about 13,000. West Hawaii, 7,000. Kauai, 6,200. Maui, 10,000. We're going to also print a bunch of overruns for about 170,000 certs. So statewide, it's going to be in the newspaper. Each island will have a section dedicated to the island itself. And then we are also selling advertising for each individual island too. But for most of us, I think we're on Oahu. We'd like to just share this with you. It's a huge opportunity to be part of this. And I don't know if Naomi wants to say a few things, but a few words about it. But we're working closely with Naomi and Janet to make sure the content is solid and that people read it and know what we're all about here.
What's today?
So that's the sheet. I can email it to you all if anybody's interested. A deadline, I think it's is there an early bird special? Yeah, early bird special ends on, what was the date now? Sometime in March. I think it was like March 13th or something. March 18th, I'm sorry. Early bird special for the 18th. And then after that, the rates go up. But help us make this a full, big insert because we really want to highlight the work what Rotary does here in Hawaii.
Thanks, Gerald. Okay, so it has the dates on the flyer, and we'll send out this flyer out to everybody on this this Zoom call, so you get the first crack at good spaces on there. But it publishes on May 9th. Space deadline is April 14th. Camera ready deadline is April 27th.
Yeah, exactly. So you lucky 5 or 6 people get the first look at this thing here. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Gerald. Can you take it off the screen so we can see everybody again? There, yeah.
I don't want to share anything else, right? I want to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Get rid of that, and I want to go back to the Zoomer here.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Gerald. All right. Okay, just a reminder to everybody else, please make sure you go on mute if you're not presenting. So let's see, next up, let's see, well, let's just keep the order going. Is Marlene Norton in the house? There she is.
Yeah. Hi. Okay. So I am Marlene Norton. I am a member of Rotary of Hilo Bay, and I am the owner operator of Peace of Mind Pet and Home Care. Done it for about 6 years now. And what I do is I offer this service of when people are going on vacation or they have extended work days. Anytime they can't be at home with their pet, I go in and do visits. Pets don't do well when a lot of them at kennels. You know, there's noises, there's smells, there's confined spaces, things that our pets are not used to and generally don't like. Also, there are people that have not pets necessarily, although they consider them pets, chickens and geese and goats and parrots and whatever, and they don't kennel well at all. They're impossible to kennel. So what I do is I do visits. I do 1 visit, 2 visits, 3 visits, whatever is necessary to make your pet feel comfortable and loved, and it gives peace of mind to both the fur babies' parents and the fur babies, because they are always most comfortable when they are at home. So that's what I do, and it is I give peace of mind to everyone, and I'm giving loving care when you're not there. That's it.
Very good. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Very
I
good.
do, and I do the Hilo area, although I do extend outside of the Hilo area. Anything past the 10-mile marker, there's a mileage fee, but I also do overnights. If pets are used to having somebody sleep there in the house, I've had lots of pets sleep on me and around me, because that is what they're used to, and that's what makes them happy.
All right. Very good. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're very welcome.
All right. Next up, we have Adrian King. You're on mute. There you go.
Okay. I'm Adrian King. I'm the International Service Chair of Waikiki Rotary and the president. I will be in 2022, 2023. But I'm here because I'm an attorney, and I usually joke that I hope I see no Rotarians in my office at all. And they're like, why don't you want any business? And I said, well, we do contested child custody, divorce, and accident cases and criminal defense. And it's usually like, yeah, well, I hope I never have to see you. But if you do, or if you know somebody that needs attorney's help, know that we live by the 4 principles of Rotary. Is it the truth? And you should know when you go to a lawyer, everything you say is held in strictest confidence. And especially if you're talking about divorces and children, it's very, very personal. Criminal can be that way also, but traffic accidents, you got hurt, you got medical. That can be very complicated too when you get in a traffic accident, even though it's no fault and you have to expend a certain amount of money on medical. It probably is a good idea to consult a lawyer to make sure, because the insurance companies are always saying, oh, we'll give you so much money, and you go away and then you wish, geez, I'm still hurting and I think I should have gotten more money. In divorce cases, the question is will it be fair to all concerned? And of course, the law in Hawaii requires fairness. So what does that mean? Well, everybody's definition of what's fair is can be different, but the law sets out specific criteria of what that is. And again, call us up and talk to us. We don't charge anything for initial consultations, okay? And we tend to talk to people on the phone for a good half hour or an hour. I mean, most lawyers won't do that. They'll charge you, just say, oh, come into the office and then sign a paper and then we'll talk and then we'll charge you. We don't operate that way, and we usually operate on a flat fee after we figure out how much trouble the case is going to be, how much is involved. We'll quote you a flat fee, and then we want you to call us all the time and keep us informed, because some lawyers, they charge you for every minute. Well, then people don't call up. And then what happens? Well, then the lawyer doesn't know what's going on. And the last thing I want to do is walk into a courtroom and the other lawyer knows more about what's going on in the case than I do. So anyway, and it will be beneficial to all concerned. And that's, of course, what we want. We want everybody to be happy as much as they can be and walk away feeling like they got good service, and it ended up as well as it could be, and even better. Anyway, we're in the Dillingham Transportation Building, and you should know that we practice on all the islands. So if you've got a case on a neighbor island and you can't find someone over there, give us a call, and we can refer also. So that's another good thing too, is that if you don't know which lawyer, call us up. We're Rotarians. We will give you good advice on saying, well, this is a good lawyer in Hilo. Try this lawyer on Maui. It's something that we can't handle. Thank you very much. In Rotary service.
Very good. Thank you so much, Adrian. Excellent. Okay, next up, Aries Jackson, Common Grace.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am a Metropolitan of Honolulu Rotary Club member, also the youth chair, and Robert is my other half, and Adrian was my neighbor. She's a good lawyer.
Miss you, Aries. Yeah, miss you in the building.
Thank you. Thank you,
She
Adrian.
won't be needing your services anytime soon, I hope.
I hope
Yeah, right.
unless we have a COVID cases with the kids. So I have a PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, Adrian will stop by soon and say hi. If you can let me share, Bob. Okay, thank you. So I also have someone that will help me present at the end. So what we do is Common Grace is a 501c3 mentor. It's a mentoring program to help the students in Hawaii public schools by connecting them with dedicated teenagers and adults. These students are selected by the counselors. Both the mentors are also selected, and they've been going through training, proper training and background checks. So hopefully we don't need a lawyer soon. But what we do is we share common values. We train them in those common values so they can actually share those values which to the child that they mentor. And the values are compassion, attention, kindness, and encouragement. And all the values, we share it with the kids that we mentor with grace. So that's why the name Common Grace comes from. How do we do it? We have one mentor, one kid, 1 hour once a week. So remember those values is actually CAKE, it's cake. It stands for cake. So serving our keiki with the future they deserve. One mentor, one keiki, 1 hour, 1 day a week. By the way, you guys need to use Orange Rock for marketing firm. Speaking of vocation, they did this for us. What a beautiful picture there of the cake. So some of you probably know the picture there, that's Babu. So Common Grace, again, we create partnership between not just, we find the right mentors. So we find them in churches. We partner with those mentors and they're vetted carefully. So Babu is one of them. He was a First Press, or he is a First Press member. So he mentored this kid. It was so much fun, and that's his testimony. He's been a mentor for 10 years, and I didn't realize that. So he did quite a lot of impact. And that kid that he mentored was from Royal Elementary, which is close to his office. Now we have another program, not only adult mentoring elementary school, but we also have Malama Mentors, which is we partner high school students that are selected. They're usually top of the top kids selected by the principals. And we train them for 8 sessions. And then they're ready to mentor a child. And it's the best connection, because a high school kid and an elementary kid, they just, play, they connect, they can talk, they feel like the kids can really feel, it's relatable. So sometimes this actually works a lot more effective in mentoring. So as you can see, these pictures are pre-pandemic. So we're moving again to in-person mentoring for sure after spring break, which is coming up. So some of our schools now are hybrid. These are the school Common Grace is helping right now. So as you can see, the elementary schools and the middle school and the high school. So we used to have a lot more elementary schools, but the pandemic really reduced that number. But we started a new program in a middle school, which is exciting, very exciting. We can mentor those middle school kids that actually still need some guidance and help. So Malama Mentors does really, we want to offer something additional benefits. As you can see, it's called the Summer All-Star Workshop. So we pick the best mentors from high school. And then we have vocational, sharing. So Bill Ray is one of our member. He shared about his vocation as a Dean of Business at Chaminade. So we welcome Rotarians and sharing their vocations this coming summer. So there are people that want to be different vocations, such as attorneys or doctors, business owners, etc. So in addition to the Malama Mentors workshop, I want someone to share personally. And her name is Sophia Matias, and she's gone through this mentoring program, and she'll tell you more about how that actually makes her who she is now. So you got about 30 seconds, Sophia. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we all know that we need more stronger leaders in our community. And that's basically what Common Grace does. So I started off as a mentor in high school. And as I moved my way up, I was able to intern for Common Grace. And now I'm a staff member for Common Grace. So Common Grace was able to help build up my own character as I helped build up a little child's character. So to summarize it, Common Grace is all about encouragement. You heard what Auntie Ari said, cake. We are all about cake. Compassion, attention, kindness, and encouragement. So if you want to learn more about us, please check out our website or get a hold of Auntie afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia, for being a great staff member and hopefully future Rotarian. Bye.
All right, thank you. Can you fix the screen there? Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you. That was excellent. Okay, so the next presenter was supposed to be D'Andrea Pelletier, who is the Queen of Opera, but she could not make it. So let's just go back to the list to make sure I don't see Sam Haas. She didn't show up. Is Sam there? No. Sunny Rasse? No. Bill Hamilton? Did Bill Hamilton show up? No. Dr. Robert? Okay, so we have Linda Rose. Linda Rose, are you ready to go?
Sure. Weren't there some people who were on before me? You sure you want me to go?
No, no, everybody is has been taken care of. So you're Go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, my name is Linda Rose Herman, and I have been a Hawaii resident for over 40 years. Hawaii is definitely my home and a place that I treasure living in every single day. I've been a pre-planning advisor in Hawaii for 36 years. It's been like the blink of an eye. It's pretty amazing, actually, how fast it's gone. So this is clearly my mission, not just my work. So I often tell people that I help them purchase their final real estate or reach their final vacation destination, and you hope it's not too hot. So just giving a little humor to the subject. Most people don't like to think about preparing for end of life. And I tell people, you want to plan as if you're going to die today, and then you can live as if you're going to live forever. And it's a lot easier to take care of things when you're not being forced to. So I work for Hawaiian Memorial Park in Kaneohe, and we have a chapel there, and then also Borthwick Mortuary. And then we also have a travel plan. So if you die away from home anywhere in the world, the company handles every cost and detail to bring you home. Now I put my phone number and my website in the chat box so people can reach me easily. I give people a little perspective. We've all had more than one car in our lives. We spend a lot of money in our cars and car insurance. We plan our whole lives for something that might happen. And we don't get any money back at the end of our lives if we don't make a claim. Well, we know we get one birth and one death, and we only have to take care of this one time. So, and I help make it joyful for people. I give people a lot of peace of mind. I think most of you know Dave Livingston. He's pretty infamous in Rotary circles. And we've been very dear friends for many, many years. The first time I met Dave is when I moved to Oahu. This was after my husband died. I moved here at the end of 2002, and I went to a Rotary meeting because I'd been involved in Rotary on Maui. And it was a good way to meet people. So the first person I met was Dave and sat next to him. And you know, for those of you who know Dave, the first thing that he did when it was time to get up and share is he told one of his off-color jokes, and I couldn't stop laughing, and we've been friends ever since. And he became my financial advisor. He's helped me a lot, and he told me I could tell people that I helped him and Pam many years ago. They paid for everything a long time ago, and he thinks everyone should take care of it. So so that's what I do, and I feel very grateful and very honored. I've been busier since June than I've been in my entire 36-year career, because I think people are wanting to, it's in their face. The people are really thinking about having their affairs in order. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any other questions. It's wonderful to be here. And that wonderful picture you see in the background is me and my mom, probably about, I don't know, maybe 30 years ago, but she died in August of 2019. She was 91. And I had this made as one of the precious moments that we had together. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much, Linda. That was great. Thank you. Okay, next we have Miyuki. Are you ready, Miyuki?
Thank you so much for letting me in today. I just jumped in today. Thank you, everyone. My name is Miyuki Lee. I'm a Rotary Club of Hilo Bay, same as Marines. I've been a member for 8 years now, for a Rotary member. And my company name is Kayama LLC. And I used to be a school teacher 5 years ago, but I love to work for the education. And then somehow I have to start my business because, my major business is exporting coffee bean to Japan. Then one of my, friend in Japan wanted to import. One of my friend in a coffee farm wanted to export. And then since I'm bilingual, somehow in the Japanese English, and also living here for a long time, they are both asked me to do so. And then other time, full-time job for the, very busy school teacher. my determination said, is it beneficial to all concerned or something like that? But anyway, I started as a part-time as a business, but now full-time. So I left school, and then many my personal issue, my mom, 90, almost 90, they're back to Japan, so I have to take care. So it's a good excuse to go back and forth for my business and take care of my family now. This is my background. And so the Kayama stands for the fire mountain. It's all about the volcano, big island, yes. And then that produces a lot of good soil in Kau district, not Kona. I am exporting Kona. I can deal with Kona, but mostly my major coffee is from Kau. And then this is Kau coffee. I just show my daughter, who is also Rotarian, with me. She just brought me, this is green bean. You know the green bean right before roasting. This is I'm going to export. This is agriculture stuff, so it needs a lot of inspection, everything. So I have to learn everything over through as an exporter. So now I can be a professional exporter, but regarding to coffee, green bean. But not only that, I would like to help all the agriculture stuff from Hawaii, Big Island, especially mostly. So I starting to honey and then Hawaiian tea, like here, like mamaki. And they also have coffee bag or something like that. So this isn't my product, and then mostly wholesale. But this since COVID-19 stuck me here, I cannot go back and forth Japan, and for 1 year now stuck here. I started to small farmers market booth from last June. So it makes me start retail finally. So now I'm not only wholesale, so retail. That's help. That makes to the customer directly, and then see all the opinion, what coffee looks like or something like that. And then this I would like to show one. So this way, I can show this one. This is a kind of big sign, but this is a Hawaii and seal of quality. It came from State of Agriculture Department. This in order to get this how can I say certificate, it's all the process, very detailed process. Farmers, producers have to keep some. We finally get this seal of quality last year, and then today I would like to really share why I'm jumping today. Was I did have a virtual meeting with Japan client today, which was provided by Hawaii Department of Agriculture today. So now it goes to many new style. So I don't need to go to Japan, but I can meet the customer, buyer in Japan, which also State Agriculture Department provided or something like that happened anyway. So I'd like to, hook so many people, and who don't know maybe how to export agriculture stuff or something like that, if maybe I can help or something like that. So anyway, so I want to share what I learned through my business, and then also wanted to help the local products to, to go to them, domestic and also international. So that's I am doing right now too. But thank you so much, and I'm very nice meeting to you today. Aloha. Thank you.
Thank you, Miyoki. And I don't know if you saw the chat, but if you could put your website in the chat section on the Zoom, that would be great. Okay.
Oh, my website was created in Japanese, so I need to go to the
Okay.
English side, but you can see somehow anyway. So
Okay.
thank you. Thank you. I will do that.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So Evan Tom just showed up. So Evan, are you ready to present?
Yeah, are we hard on the 2 to 3 minutes or
Well,
just them late, super late?
What- Yeah, well, yeah, we had a few people not show up, and we're glad you came in, and so we got time for you. So yeah, you got 3 minutes or so, so go for it.
Yeah, okay. So my name is Evan Tom. I've been in real estate for 4 years, and I'm one of those like real estate families. I really didn't want to or think that I would be in it, but my dad was a residential realtor for over 40 years, more like a Wahiwa boy. So if you're like super old, like Bill Chi age, you might know who he is. I always sort of knew I was going to get into real estate. For me, I wanted to be better with people. So it was really nice to see that, I grew this skill set and it became a passion of mine. I really enjoy business as well. And I wanted to be an entrepreneur like a lot of people. So it kind of checks off all the boxes of what I like and I'm passionate about. I joined Rotary because of it, but I'm president because I enjoy the cause and it's always something I wanted to do. I was lucky enough. I went to Punahou. I went to University of Washington, ended up coming back. And I think for a lot of us, we want to help. And this is sort of one of those ways that it merges. For me, your business with doing something and being able to give back and building relationships for a long time. I've been lucky enough in my 4 years that I had the best year I've ever had last year. So I closed $10 million in business. I'm kind of tracking for 15 million this year, which would put me in maybe the top 250 realtors in the state. And I would attribute a lot of it really to answering the question, and why we're here is, who are you and why would they use you? And for me, it's ultimately, I try to boil it down to service you can trust, is that it's sort of the blend of the old school. You can do a handshake with someone, and if they say something, they'll do it, combined with, for a lot of us, you have to vet people. So it's that combination of being able to answer the whys behind it. When everyone asks, how's the market? A lot of them will just say, it's good, you should buy or sell and use me. But I do try to take a much more nuanced and research answer to it, because I understand for all of you here, like half a dozen realtors. So, for me to kind of win you, it's not only winning you as a person and that you like me and want to work with me and feel that you can trust me, but also the fact that I actually know what I'm doing and that I'm providing value to you. But one story, very quick before I finish up. So one of my clients that I got that kind of exemplifies what I enjoy and why I enjoy real estate. The mom had a condo and the son was the best friend with the mom. He was an adopted kid, single mom. And so I helped them to find a house and I sold their condo and I became close with them. And not soon after that, the mom had cancer. She was going through treatment and she passed away. And so some of the photos I took during the process were photos that were meaningful to him, that I gave to him at closing. I actually visited her when she was dying in the hospital and I went to their funeral and I would consider him a very close friend. And that's kind of synonymous with who I am, that's why I enjoy doing this business, is because I can make a living doing this and helping people and actually changing lives. And so it matches a lot of the Rotary cause in the way, and I appreciate the opportunity. So I think that's my 3 minutes. So thank you very much. And I'm sorry. I didn't...
Where are you? Are you
so I'm on Oahu. I do residential real estate. I've kind of learned a lot of the different areas. When you're starting off, you kind of just go where the business is.
Well, are you with yourself, or if somebody was looking for you, where would they?
Yeah. So I work with Coldwell Banker. So I kind of joined them because it's like they're the big cheese on town. And
Okay.
my dad was like, oh, go to a bigger company to learn.
Okay. Evan Tom at Coldwell Banker.
Thank you. And
People getting divorced sometimes need a realtor.
yeah, no, I do work with a divorce attorney, and I do get a decent amount of business from there. But it's because I care and I can help them. So thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
Are those Cabernets in your background?
Oh, they are. They're more staging stuff. I'm like literally at a listing I'm trying to sell. Yes.
Good man.
Robert loves his wine. All right. Well, that's everybody, I think, unless somebody else showed up. But we do have time. So is there anybody that would like to present? I see Arlene in the house. She, if I recall, don't you have a massage service? Would you like to say anything about that?
Sure, thank you. Yeah, I'm a massage therapist. I live on Oahu. I do house calls and I do have a home studio in Ewa Beach. I also do corporate chair massage. I know that a couple of my contracts, they're still hesitant for me to go into their work site, but I do still, they're slowly coming and opening up. So if you want to integrate chair massage into your workplace as a way of stress relief, pain relief, let me know. I'll put my contact information in the chat. It could be as simple as me coming into your workplace for a couple hours in your break room. I don't need much space to set up. And your staff would pay me directly. And I usually go $1 a minute. So it ranges from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, just depending on what their needs are. So I'll put my information to chat, and you could also follow me on my Instagram or Facebook at Rejuvenate with Arlene. All right, that's it from me.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Arlene. I will try to book you on March 15th. We have a staff retreat.
Oh, okay, great.
Rejuvenate Arlene. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, so somebody mentioned questions and answers. If anybody has any questions for anybody, now's the time.
Well, I got a question because I'm trying to learn how to massage. Not that I'm trying to professionally massage because that's hard. But Arlene, like what's some of the, if you're going to give tips to some beginners that are learning how to massage, what are some tips that you'd give?
I would say, everybody always asks me if my hands are strong. They really aren't. They're probably stronger than most people because I've been doing it for 23 years. But use your body weight. So I use a lot of my weight to just lean on someone. And then, that's when your fingers won't get tired or sore, or you won't injure your thumbs that way as well. Also, you could use your forearms, like especially if someone's sitting in their shoulders. Usually a lot of people, they have shoulder pain or neck pain. You could use your forearm and just slightly lean. And to get a deeper stretch, they could lean their head one way or another while you're actually pinning the shoulder muscle with your forearm. So, and if they're on the floor, you could use their open palm and the heel of your hand to press. And I like to call it kitten paws, where they go back and forth. I don't know if anybody has a cat, but you see their action, they do this. You could do that also with their hands. But if you're on Instagram, I have videos too.
Okay.
Oh, there's Dave Livingston. He's ready to make some kind of obscene joke. As Linda Rose Herman. Where did Linda? She wished Rose Herman. She left. She was talking about you, Dave. Oh, there she is. There's Linda.
I would tell an obscene joke, but you guys wouldn't get it. So.
No, I was telling them how we met, Dave, with Rotary when you told some of your jokes.
I got to pay $100 every time I tell a dirty joke at my Rotary Club. It's cost me a lot of money this year, so I'm not telling any more jokes.
Really? Is that true? I'm going to check with Dave Hamill to see if he's been collecting from you.
Yeah,
Really?
I paid $200 last week. It was a doozy, though.
Maybe we ought to add a little premium if it's a really good one.
No. Good to see all you guys.
Yeah, it was a very good session. Thank you for setting this up, Bob and Jack.
You guys did a good job.
Dave,
have a
does
message.
everybody here know Dave Livingston? Is there anyone who doesn't know Dave?
No, well, we've heard of Dave Livingston, but
Oh, geez.
only the
Love
good
that.
stuff.
You should tell them what you do, Dave, when you're not telling bad jokes.
Well,
Yeah, people make a lot of money and save their money.
that's what my club has called me.
Hey, Dave, why don't, we do have a little time. Everybody's presented that was going to be a presenter. Do you want to say anything about your business or?
Oh,
anything?
I would love to.
Go
I'm a
for it.
financial advisor with the Mayor Prize, and my job is to make sure that when my friends retire, they have enough money to not have to worry about living too long. So I've been doing it for 20 years now. I was a YMCA director for 25 years before that. And my good friend and fellow Rotarian Albert Bedionis called me one day and said, "You need to do what I do." And I said, "Why in the world would I want to do that?" And he said, "You like people, you like to help people, and you've done it." And I retired at 44, and I said, "You know what? It would be fun to teach people how to do that." So that's what I did. I became a financial advisor with Edward Jones. And then 10 years ago in June, I bought a franchise with the Mayor Prize. And I'm now a franchise owner. And I just brought on another financial advisor, Momi Ka'ahui, who's Henry Capone's daughter, works with me now. And my assistant Kim's been with me for 11 years. And we've got a good team and a lot of people that we help, and we really enjoy doing what we're doing. And the good news is my bills are paid every month. So during these very tough times, I didn't have to worry about going out and getting another job so I could make my house payments. And I really want to do that for everyone I work with, make sure that they've got plenty of emergency funds set aside and that their investments are doing well. But beside that, I'm a volunteer photographer. I did 200 events in 2019. I shot 197,000 photos for 501c3 organizations. And in 2020, my camera almost died for loneliness. And I think we did 7 events. I did just shoot the grand opening of the Submarine Museum and the American Patriot Awards last week. And it was good to be back in the saddle. And I really enjoy the photography, and I enjoy sharing my pictures with everybody. But what I really like to do more than anything else is volunteer for Rotary projects. I think I'm on 12 committees now. Thank you, Naomi. And last time my computer blew up and I missed the Zoom meeting of the Reef, Ridges to Reef meeting. That really upset me. I couldn't get my pointer to open up any websites. So I had to shut my computer down and defrag it and do all kinds of nasty things to it. And it came back up coughing and sneezing, but it's working now. So anyway, I'm sorry about that last night. I'll bet you that was a great meeting. I haven't gotten any minutes or anything yet, but I think it went well. And on Sundays, Bob, and thank you. I know you didn't want a half-hour dissertation, but on Sundays, I'm a scuba instructor. So I love doing that because I like to watch people's faces when they're down 100 feet in a shipwreck or down 30 feet and a very large shark comes by. It's just fun to watch the reaction. And I've taught over 500 people how to dive. Started diving in 1972, and I work with another Rotarian, Chris Vidilibus, out of Waikiki Dive Shop. And I take his boat out, Snoopy, on Sundays. I've got a good group of people that we dive with, and anybody who's a diver and wants to come with us, I got a special rate with Chris. I'm not going to advertise that publicly because you guys pay a lot more than that when you go diving. But we have a good time, and it's a great fellowship every Sunday. That's it. Anybody got any questions?
You do a lot of stuff, David. Why didn't you tell people about your lunch wagon you have on Queen Street also?
Yeah, I wish. That'd probably be making more money than anything else I do.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I do have a newsletter I forgot to tell you about. It's called Things We're Saving. It goes to 22,000 people every Friday. And if you want to put stuff in there, it's free. All I do is cut and paste whatever anybody gives me. And if I wake up some Thursday to write it and there's nothing in my box, it ends. But I've been doing that for 20 years now. And I think we just finished number 956. And I get a lot of comments from it. Linda Rose Herman puts an article in there every week. And she's smart. She has a professional put it together for her. And Linda's taking care of all my arrangements. And I want everybody to die knowing that that stuff's done and their family doesn't have to worry about it. And so I hope Linda continues to do that because I want to get the word out about her business. She does a good job. Anybody else? Welcome to sharing your stuff with me. I need a JPEG, not a PDF. I need to be able to cut and paste it and be happy to share it with anybody. And
Great.
if you want my newsletter, put your email in the chat. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
All right. Okay. How about Naomi? Do you have anything to say before we wrap up?
Thank you everybody for being here, and thanks Dave for dropping by, and thank you Dave for volunteering for let's see, the reef. So we're gonna on the Reach to Reef. So on April 24th is Rotarians at Work Day, and so we're gonna do a statewide trash pickup. And so we're going to do hiking trails on the mountains, the beaches, parks. But Dave, he scubas, so he's going to take a team of people to go to the reef or to different ocean places and pick up trash and nets and lead weights and things. So if anybody wants to join us, bring partners, bring other groups. We want to really clean up the state. So thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Naomi. Okay, I think we're good. So, we're ending a few minutes early, but
Wait, Bob, did you tell us about what you do?
what do I do?
Yeah.
Not much. I'm a rock salesman. I sell rock. I work for Great Pacific. I'm a rock salesman. And they found out that I was good at selling rock back in the 60s and 70s. So when they asked me to do this, I asked them if I could sell it by the gram. And they said, as long as I sell 500,000 tons this year, I could sell it any way I want.
Wow.
But yeah, I work up at the quarry at Grace Pacific. So I sell a lot of rock. So that's pretty much what I do. But just another maybe quick plug, since we got a little bit of time. Most people know me from Peterson Sign Company. I used to own a company called Peterson Sign Company. And Grace Pacific actually still owns that company. I sold it many years ago, and Grace Pacific ended up owning it, and it's still alive and well, and still doing a lot of great sign work in the state. So for those of you that need signs, remember the name Peterson Sign Company. I don't get anything out of it anymore, but it's still a great company.
Bob, when was your birthday?
Was actually last week, Tuesday, February 23rd. So I officially made it to my late 60s.
Okay, well, I have a friend who's going to wish you happy birthday. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Pretty
Thank
good.
you.
That was good.
All right, very good.
At least we didn't have to all sing for him. I think, thank you. Thank you, Teddy Bear.
All right,
Happy birthday, Bob. I didn't know that was belated. Happy belated.
thank you. Yeah, yeah. And oh, it's actually a very important day. Does anybody else know what birthday falls on February 23rd?
Well, I know it's not Lincoln's.
Rotary International.
Washington.
Did Roz,
Washington.
say it again, Roz?
Rotary International, 116 years, same as Bob.
Wow.
Wow.
Bob, you were 116 years old. Wow.
You only
got
live 102.
Entitled to
You're
get his
really well
COVID
preserved.
vaccine.
I'm pretty old, and Evan mentioned some old names. I was around when Bill Chi was a realtor. I remember Bill Chi. I made signs for him.
Yeah.
Well, you've been around. Thank you.
Yeah, you can tell, right? I lost all this stuff here.
You know what my friends say, man? God only gave you so much testosterone. If you want to use yours for growing hair, that's your business.
Yes, Dave.
All right.
Joe.
We'll end with that note. So let's everybody, thank you for coming, and next one will be April 6th. So if you want to show up for that, your information will come to you through email, and make sure you share your information on chat, and let's do business with other Rotarians. That's what this is all about. So thank you very much for showing up, and we'll see you next month.
Take care, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Bob.
Bye.
Thanks for-
Thank
yeah.
you.
Take care, guys. Good to see you,
Bye.
Dave.
Let's turn this off.